teachers because I was darker skinned and I was in a lot of their higher ability classes and honors classes. They constantly would count me out, or if I do good, it's a surprise.
I probably have benefited from colorism because I'm lighter skinned, but no one has ever personally said out loud, you know, you're light skinned, so I'm going to treat you this way.
There have been studies about this. There have been studies that have shown that darker skinned kids in elementary school are called upon less often than light skinned kids, that darker skinned kids are much more likely to be expelled from school, that darker skinned boys are more likely to go to jail quicker than light skinned boys. Right now, we're in a day and age where black men are almost getting celebrated for the exoticism of being dark. You know, you have the Idris Elba, et cetera, who, you know, is like, ooh, look at that black man, right? Because the black itself is almost like mysterious. The black cat as a negative sign. Devil's food cake, you know, that's the black cake. But the angel's food cake is white. You know, I told a little white lie. You know, there are all kinds of cultural signs of the way in which we think of black as negative.
There is not, and apparently has not been, a preference for light-skinned complexion in the black community, any more than there has been ever a preference for white complexion in the black community.
Who wants in there?
What I like to say that has not been my experience in this world. My experience from even black brothers is light skin, hey, light skin. I mean, they prefer light-skinned women. I've even seen sisters wearing 3 shades lighter foundation because they're not happy with their blackness. There is discrimination.
If you look at virtually any so-called black college, do you know where they came from? What happened is a white slave owner would rape a black woman, eventually have a set of conscience pains, and start a school for his light-skinned children. Yes. What would happen if you talked about the only black people who were permitted to read or learn to read? They were his light-skinned children. Yes. The first people to be freed when he died and left it in his will were his light-skinned children. Right. So when emancipation finally came about, those among us who were light-skinned had already been integrated into American society. Yes. And the rest of us who were darker were slaves, and we have remained in the white American mind and in our own mind that distant slave even to this day.
Well, you know, me growing up, my sister was dark-skinned. I'm from, my parents are from Barbados, West Indies. My grandmother is dark-skinned, you know, and we were brought up to respect each other. We have enough problems dealing with the white America. That's right. All right, we have enough problems to deal with that. So we have to, you know, fight amongst ourselves. We can't do it. Light skin, brown skin, black, pink. You gotta take care of yourself, and you gotta take and deal with the problems that is presented to you.
I think we need to move away from calling ourselves black, period, because black is a color, and that's the problem. And we need to be clear that we're African people in America. See, Africa is not a color. Africa is a continent. So it signifies place. It does not signify worth.